3 so far. Let's check that. He's had 1 4-hit game, and Vladdy has done it again. Way back into the second deck. Have a night, Vladdy.
Well, no sooner that you get it out of your mouth, that he's had 1 3-homer game, he's going to do it again. 4 extra base hits, 14 total bases, 3 home runs and a double, and a huge insurance run for.
Unbelievable. Already, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in mid-season form. This is interesting to see. Daily Sports Podcast. I'm Nick. What's up? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had 4 hits, 3 of which were home runs. 1 was a double. That's 4, 8, 12, 14 total bases for Vladdy. The Blue Jays beat the Yanks. I think the final score ended up being 6-4. It doesn't really matter. They win. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has set the world on fire. Another very important aspect of this game was the Yankee announcer at the Yes Network calling this home run. Let's just listen to his call and see how accurate it is. I just want to know what you think of this. It's the early days for everyone. This has 1.6 million views. This is hilarious.
This Hicks. Here's the 1-0. Swung on. There it goes. Deep left center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. But caught. At the wall. Caught by Tapia.
Hold on. What was that?
Wide.
One more time. Let's just hear the call.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. But caught.
It's gone, but caught. Huh. Those both can't be true. Who the hell was that guy? John Sterling? I don't know. But it was great. Good for you. That's funny. Baseball season is happening. It's fun. There was an abomination yesterday, and the internet is freaking out about it. Clayton Kershaw, one of the greatest pitchers in the history of the sport of baseball. It's got to be top 10, probably. I think everyone would agree with that. The lefty for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't know if you knew this, but him and Matt Stafford and Scheffler, they all went to the same high school in Texas. In fact, him and Matthew Stafford played youth sports together. I don't know if you knew that. It's crazy. It's a crazy fun fact. Okay, so he had a 7-inning perfect game. That means he was 6 outs away from a perfect game, which is different than a no-hitter. It means, for those of you who don't know, it means no base runners. Now, essentially, it's 27 up, 27 down. Of 27, he got 21 up, 21 down. And the Dodgers took him the fuck out.
Picks it and makes the play. And Clayton Kershaw back in the dugout.
What the fuck? Look at these people. It's like solemn in there.
Makes the play. And Clayton Kershaw back in the...
Baseball sucks, man. Baseball people and baseball suck. Like, it's a perfect game. I don't actually know. Hold on. Let's see. Does Clayton Kershaw have a perfect game? Let's just find out. Has Clayton Kershaw ever pitched a perfect game? No. It could have been the 24th perfect game in Major League history. Each team plays 161 games a year. There have been 24 perfect games ever in the history of ever. And they took him out because they want to use him in the playoffs or save him or it's the early part of the season. Motherfucker, this is unbelievable. Baseball blows, man. This is like, baseball sucks. Like, baseball people and their baseball bullshit suck. That is unbelievable. Actually, to be honest with you, most of the baseball people on the internet are just as pissed as I am right now. But there's just no analytical, coaching, old man reason ever to do this. Like, what? Can't believe it. So that baseball had an interesting night. Really big night for Vladimir Guerrero. That makes it look like the future of baseball is in good hands. And then Dave Roberts, of course, yesterday takes out Clayton Kershaw during a perfect game. Unbelievable. I now understand the meaning of the phrase, I literally can't even. Speaking of I literally can't even, in an interesting bit of cuckery, yes, that's the word I said, Ed Orgeron, former interim head coach of USC, former interim head coach of LSU, former national championship head coach of LSU, and former fired head coach of LSU because he was flirting with too many single ladies after getting divorced after winning the national championship with perhaps one of the greatest college football teams of all time. He was fired and replaced by Brian Kelly. Ed Orgeron is visiting the University of Notre Dame to see Marcus Freeman. He spoke to the staff and he said, I think I might be interested in getting back to coaching. I'm enjoying my year off, though. Please, for the love of God, go to Notre Dame. That would be just something else. He didn't rule it out. He didn't rule it out. Let's stick with football. Baker Mayfield, speaking on a podcast next to a sleeping dog who looks adorable, said this. This is pretty funny.
I would love to show up to somebody's cubicle and just boo the shit out of them. And watch them crumble. I would love to show up to somebody's cubicle.
I'm going to play a couple times. I'm sorry.
Cubicle and just boo the shit out of them.
One more. I'll just keep going.
I would love to show up to somebody's cubicle and just boo the shit out of them.
That's so funny. He also on the podcast went on to say that perhaps Seattle is where he'll end up. Nobody knows. People are suspecting that he might be forced to start for the Browns because Deshaun Watson is a sexual predator, perhaps, allegedly, and might be suspended for a significant amount of time, in which case they'll need a quarterback. So making him start while his replacement is being suspended is, I don't think that his effort level will be high. I'm not sure my effort level will be high. Dan Hanzus, the host of the best NFL podcast on the interweb, the Around the NFL podcast, is a Jets fan, and I feel so bad for him. The Jets selected Mekhi Becton, who looked like an absolute freak of nature left tackle. That was during I believe, the COVID draft, which was 2020. Mekhi Becton has not played a full season. The first year, he got a couple injuries. He gets better. Then he had a surgery and a knee injury, and originally doctors were like, it's 4 to 8 weeks, and then like, well, actually, he's a really big guy, so it should take 12 weeks or more. So he missed the entire season, and this is a story from ESPN.com, so nobody knows what Mekhi Becton's is. This is the quote. Claiborne, who I believe is his agent, said, quote, "She's not at liberty to reveal Becton's current weight, but she did confirm it's under 400 pounds. So that's good. His effort level and care have been questioned, and if it's under 400, good. I can confirm I'm not at liberty to reveal my current weight, but I can confirm it's under 400 pounds. Poor Daniel. That's tough. We got some other news in professional football yesterday. Derek Carr has signed for what I would classify as an ass ton of money, making him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in professional football and one of the highest paid players in professional sports ball. Ian Rappaport, Raiders and star quarterback Derek Carr. Would we call Derek Carr a star? 3-year contract extension worth $121 million. Off the top of my head, 120 divided by 3 is $40 million a year. Pay him his money. Pay the man his money. Raise your hand if you know that movie. Okay, the Carr. It's through the 2025 season. He has already been confirmed as the quarterback that's been there the longest in that division, longer than Mahomes, Herbert, and now Russell Wilson. He is now, I think, year to year, around the highest paid quarterback in that division. Justin Herbert's going to own stake in the Los Angeles Chargers, which he should. He deserves it. He's the best player they've ever had. Yeah, I said it. I said it, meant it. Actually, that's not true. LaDainian Thompson's probably the best player they've ever had. Some people will say that it was Junior Seau. I would say Junior Seau was the most important player they've ever had, but perhaps not the best. There are rumors circulating in the NFL that they're calling them the Big Four, the 4 wide receivers from the 2019 class. Those are DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, and Deebo Samuel are looking for like mind-blowing money, essentially quarterback money from 2017. Deebo Samuel is seeking fully guaranteed contract of at least $25 million a year for the San Francisco 49ers. Everyone is suggesting that they might trade these players, and the players are like, I don't really give a shit if you trade me. I'm going to make that money. So, because usually teams will threaten to trade them, especially if the teams are good. They'll threaten to trade these players as a way to negotiate. Well, Terry McLaurin and DK Metcalf pay for Washington and Seattle, and they would love to be traded, I'm sure. And Deebo Samuel and A.J. Brown play for 2 good teams, the Titans and the Niners. But again, I don't think they care. They're like, I'm not taking $3 million less a year. Ooh, you're going to trade me? Like, yeah, well, they'll pay me. Someone's paying me. Get out of here on some NBA and NHL news. The first and most important story, the one this is burying the lead, but a lot of other stuff happened. Ryan Hartman got into a kerfuffle with Evander Kane. Ryan Hartman is a player for the Minnesota Wild. Evander Kane, of course, is now with Edmonton. He was caught up in gambling stuff. He had a very public fight and divorce, and his now ex-wife was claiming that he was betting on hockey. He's like blowing all their money. He's a gambling addict. So Ryan Hartman gets in a kerfuffle with him, and then just flips him off. Look at there it is. He got fined or suspended or something. No, he got fined. The funny part about it is, wait, I have all the clips here. All right, I guess should we watch the clip? We'll watch the clip. Let's do it. I know they have clips here. All right, let's see what happens with Ryan Hartman.
And now Kaprizov joins that fight. Evander Kane. Kaprizov drops the stick. Will drop the gloves.
All right.
Well, you just know with Kaprizov, he is not going to back down from
Kaprizov
anybody.
is a star player for the Wild.
He doesn't care if you're Evander Kane. He doesn't care who you are. Teams have tried to rough him up.
Let's notice the most important bit of datum. The most important datum here is that Minnesota, it's 10 minutes left in the game, and Minnesota is up 5-1. Okay.
To see if he'll go away. Ryan Hartman is jumping in there. Linesman in between both.
So there they are. They're fighting. Okay, now that was not as cool as I thought it would be. So now all of this stuff is happening, and the most interesting part about it, the reason why it's interesting, is that Evander Kane's ex-wife, here it is, let's pull it up, his ex-wife, cash-apped Ryan Hartman, or did he Venmo, sorry, I want to get the sponsorship correct. She Venmo'd Ryan Hartman $200 to help pay the fine. That's some petty-ass shit. I love it. Let's go to the National Basketball Association playing games last night. As we get out of here, they were significantly more boring than the first round of playoff games, play-in games, play-off games, play-out games. You can call them whatever you want. Miles Bridges, after getting his ass kicked by the Hawks, exits and seems to try to smack a fan in the face with a towel. Here we go.
Oh, Bridges, who's one of the candidates. Oh, a fan giving him some.
Watch this. He just like waves the towel at him.
Who's one of the candidates? Oh, Bridges.
You get out of
one
here.
Of the candidates.
And then they called him, that's unacceptable. Somebody get me in contact with the young lady. That's unacceptable. Talk. Just waving goodbye. Hey, no one's going to do it. It wasn't me. Everybody fussy about this. It's assault. It's not really assault. It's not a big deal at all. No one cares. No one cares at all. The Hawks beat the Hornets by 30. Just kidding, I'm exaggerating. They won by 29. The Pelicans beat the Spurs by 9. The NBA playoffs, they start for realsies on Saturday. Or is it Saturday? Yeah. Wait, Friday night. No, we still have this play-in shit? Okay. Hawks play the Cavs. It's a bracket. The Hawks play the Cavs at 7:30 p.m. Friday. The Pelicans play the Clippers at 10 p.m. The real playoffs start at 1 p.m. on Saturday with the Utah Jazz tipping off against the Dallas Mavericks. It's going to be a big NBA playoff weekend. Like, rate, review, subscribe. We'll be back and better than ever on Friday morning. You can also watch us on YouTube, and you can watch us on Spotify. If you're listening on an app, you can watch on Spotify. It's kind of crazy. Huh.